New perspective and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back here to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, LiUNA Local Labor 663 reminds us, hey, drive safely in work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. Also presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Doak Propane, Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. They care as much about your money as you do. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. We're going to Licking High School and talk a little volleyball with our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week, Hannah Medlock and head coach Tammy Gorman. Coach Gorman, thanks so much for making this happen today.
Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for getting some highlights on Hannah and Licking volleyball. That's awesome.
Well, Coach, just real quickly here, a little bit about your team. You're 27-5-1 on the season. Just two regular season games remaining, maybe 3, as you head into. Talk about the season as a whole. For Licking.
It's been we started out a little slow. Well, Mitch just changed the rule this year where you could practice 3 hours a week. So we started back in March, April, something like that. And then throughout the summer, we did our less than 20 days this summer. Started preseason. We're hopefully developing a culture that loves volleyball. We started out great. We got our first win against Liberty, and then played Houston the second night. Got our second win. Throughout the season, we've kind of had ups and downs in games come out. Kids here at Licking like to compete. So they are learning the whole higher IQ of volleyball, learning to play at a higher level. It's been a fantastic group of girls, and we're looking forward to postseason.
At this late point in the season, are you relatively healthy going into the postseason?
Yeah, I've been out of coaching for a couple of years. These 3 out of 5, especially like in small schools, definitely changes like how you condition kids. But sometimes we play 3 matches a week and then play on the weekend. Well, you can't really have a practice like I would want to have a practice. So we've had to, I've limited Hannah. Hannah had a sprained ankle a month ago.
Yeah, it's early September.
Yeah, early September. My other middles had a sprained ankle. So we haven't been able to jump a lot in practice like I would probably do in a normal season because of 3 out of 5 and fatigue. But so far, we're pretty healthy, knock on wood.
Very good. Well, you mentioned Hannah, and this is our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Chevrolet Athlete of the Week, presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. And tell us a little bit about Hannah Medlock and what makes her special.
Me coming in, I heard about Hannah Medlock. She's this great volleyball player. She's this great basketball player. She's this great athlete. First time I ever met her, I'm like, yeah, she's a really good athlete. She's explosive. She has a pretty high IQ of the game. She loves volleyball. She loves to compete. She has taken on a leadership role this year. She makes her teammates better, which is one thing we've talked about, is really good players make their team better. And our level of play has come up, and I contribute a lot of that to Hannah's high IQ and Hannah's competitive spirit and Hannah's skill set.
Well, Hannah, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And on behalf of Chevrolet and the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being named a Week 8 Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what you perceive your roles and responsibilities with regards to the position you play. And Coach mentioned the leadership role. What are your roles and responsibilities on the team?
I think my biggest thing is, if we are down, I need to make sure I get that pass, or I need to make sure I get the ball in. I need to make sure to put the ball down when we're struggling in certain times. And in serve receive, I need to make sure I get the ball to my setter so my front row can get the ball down. I just need to make sure I better the ball every time.
And because of this award, it is because of the fact that you got your 1,000th kill and your 1,000th dig here. Relatively, was it in the same match?
No.
Okay. Well, I saw you with 2 signs, but they were close together.
Yeah.
Did you realize you were approaching those numbers?
I knew I was coming up upon my 1,000 digs last season. I figured I would hit it but I had no idea about my digs.
Very nice. Very nice. So tell us just a little bit about your preparation. You've got a match coming up with Lesterville. I believe that's tonight. Is that tonight?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you do during the day to kind of get mentally and physically prepared for a matchup.
I think like a lot of times it really helps me to visualize me doing good things. And I just try to make sure, like, especially in the locker room before the game, I make sure to get my team pumped up and I try to talk about all the goals Coach Gorman has set for us and all of her expectations for us. And I try to make sure everyone achieves them. And just all throughout the day, I just try to eat good and drink a lot of water.
Let's say during a match, let's say the ball is on the other side of the net. What are you paying particular attention to? What are you trying to take advantage of if the ball's on the other side of the net? What are you watching for?
I'm really just trying to make sure, like, I'm trying to know where the next ball's going to go. Like, if I know there's a particular player on the floor that they're probably going to try to get the ball to, I try to, like, shade towards them or just watch wherever the ball's going.
Let's say the ball's on your side of the net. What are you doing there? Then what is your role? What are you paying attention to?
I'm always just trying to watch the ball and trying to call the ball and know where it's going to go. Like, if the other team's hitting, I'm trying to yell where it's going so my team can get there.
Coming into this season, being your senior season, were there matches you were looking particularly forward to? Maybe a rivalry match. Maybe someone on the other team. Maybe it was somebody that beat you last year that you kind of owed a payback to. What matches were you looking particularly forward to?
I think the biggest ones are probably Liberty, Houston, and Stratford. I just always love playing them because it's always like a really close match every time.
And if the senior Hannah Medlock could go back to that Hannah Medlock as an 8th grader, and if you could go back and give yourself some advice based on what you know now, what would you go back and tell that 12 or 13-year-old Hannah Medlock?
To probably enjoy it and have a better attitude and try to encourage my team more because I really just like always had a bad attitude when trying to like yell at everybody.
Very good, I guess. But that'd be good advice for everybody, I think. A lot of times, especially the younger we are, we want to take control. But you talk about that leadership role, and struck me at my high school football coach always said a good definition of a good leader is anyone who's doing anything worthy of being followed. And so that's always kind of stuck with me, and you and your leadership role as well. And are you looking forward to the postseason?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Very good. Well, Hannah, again, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Chevy dealers of the Ozarks and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being named a Week 8 Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
And I have one more question. I'm a mandated reporter. Do you wear your seatbelt?
Yes.
All the time. All the time.
Time.
Very good. Hannah, thank you. Coach, you've got a couple games left here. Where's the district going to be played, and what are you seeded, and what's the outlook there?
We're seated number 1 with Houston number 2. Our district's in Dixon. We play the winner of Bourbon
and
Dixon next Thursday at 4:30. Looking forward to it. I told them the other day, this is my favorite time of year. I love this time of year. This is what we work forward to. And we're just ready to go.
Very good. Well, Coach, I appreciate you helping set this up on such short notice. And again, Hannah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy CyberCash. Visit ChevyCyberCash.com today.
Hey, welcome back to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Certainly glad you've tuned in. And as always, presented by LiUNA Labor's Local 663, Building, Missouri, and reminding us to drive safely in work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. Also presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks. Central Bank of the Ozarks with several locations here in Missouri. We go back to Chillicothe. It seems like we were just there for a Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment. Back up with Chillicothe head football coach Chad Smith and our Athlete of the Week, Silas Midget. And Coach, hey, thanks so much for getting back with us today.
Hey, no problem. Glad to be here.
Coach, a big win on Friday night. First off, let's talk a little bit about the game. Tell the folks about the big win Friday night.
Well, it was just kind of a crazy game. Just our offense was really clicking that night. Everybody did a really good job of blocking and lining up correctly, and Silas had an amazing game. Rushed for 6 touchdowns and 472 yards. Smashed just about all our records, all our records, and then got up on pretty high on the state board as well. And I guess he's up for National Player of the Week for SB Live. And so it's been a crazy week for him, I think.
You bet. Well, first off, a 79-38 win. Did you come out of that game relatively healthy, except for, maybe having, to rest some legs?
Yeah. The referees thought we were going to get to 100, and they were like, we need a break. We always get a few things here and there, but and we've had a couple kids get hurt that we lost for the season. Grant Lamer and Lana Bailey, a couple of those guys just with some knee injuries, which was unfortunate. But just about everybody else will be ready to go.
Tell us about the young man sitting next to you there with your running back, Silas Midget. At what point did you think, oh my goodness, he's gonna break every record we've got?
Basically, the first time I saw him play in middle school, him and my son are in the same grade, and Bo and they been playing together for a long time. And I watched him at his first middle school game that I saw him, and I think he rushed for 130, on 6 carries, and I was like, he's going to be really good. And he's not disappointed. Just some other things about him. He's a hardworking kid. He leads by example, great locker room guy. When you have a guy that's that successful at something, it's really easy to be that much more proud of him because he does things the right way.
Well, Silas, first off, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Chevy Leaders of the Ozarks and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being named an Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
And first off, did you have any idea, that you were piling up that many yards?
So in the first half, when we went in the locker room, I thought maybe I broke a few long runs. I was like, maybe I had maybe 200 maybe. But when I came out, someone told me that I had 332 rushing yards, and that I already broke the record. I was like, wow. So that was crazy.
What was there just a play that was working really well, or do you have a favorite play? The coach calls a play. Do your eyes light up thinking I'm going to have a shot here?
So Kellen Overstreet, he runs 36 outside. It's a good play. It's just a wham bam play. Sometimes I'll just drag someone 10 yards, and that'll be a good play. And then on one of the plays, our center snapped the ball to me. It wasn't supposed to go to me, but it went to me, and I just ran outside, and I scored 90 yards. And
yeah, the entire O-line was pass blocking, and they just funneled everybody to the outside, and he found the hole and took off.
Silas, when you get to your position on the field and you look at the defense, what are some things that you are paying particular attention to? Are you looking for the Mike linebacker? Are you looking for a safety? Or are you looking at the odd man front, even front? What are some things you're paying attention to?
I'm looking at where the hole is supposed to be and how maybe it's going to change. And I'm looking at the linebackers, how hard they're pursuing, how hard they pursued before the play after. Maybe there's a cutback lane somewhere. Maybe I can bounce it outside. So stuff like that.
What do you do to kind of get prepared for a game? Mentally, physically, and probably whatever you did on Friday, you need to keep doing. But what do you do to get ready?
My dad emphasizes having good rest and then good hydration, drinking some Pedialyte, getting some electrolytes in me. And then before every game, I go out, I walk around the field, I do my stretches, and then I go in the locker room, I get my mind right, and then I get ready for my team.
Were there games coming into this season you were looking forward to? Maybe it's a rivalry game. Maybe it's someone on the other team. What games were you really looking forward to this year?
Well, I like going against conference rivals, definitely. Like Maryville, Pius, we're about to play Savannah. I look forward to those games because they're in our conference, and I want to beat those guys the most. So.
Coach mentioned going back to your 7th and 8th grade season. What grade are you now?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. If you could go back at what you know now and give that 7th grade Silas some advice, what advice would you give him?
I just say it's gonna be all right. You're gonna be a good player. Just keep working hard and keep working at it. No matter what circumstances come at you, don't doubt yourself and just keep on going.
Very good. What's your most favorite part of game day?
Just be with my teammates. That brotherhood. You can't beat it. Just being with my friends and playing football.
Yeah. Have you thought about? I know you're just a junior. Have you thought about maybe what you're going to do at the next level, or have you had opportunities? If folks called you, I mean, you obviously you opened some eyes this week, but what are your goals?
Hopefully I can go on some visits maybe and get in contact with some coaches, and I definitely want to play at the next level. I think I can. I think I have the opportunity. If I get the opportunity to, I definitely will take the opportunity. So.
Oh, very good. Well, Silas, hey, once again, on behalf of the Missouri Sports Network, Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being named an Athlete of the Week here in the state of Missouri.
Thank you.
You bet. And Coach Smith, now you're at Savannah. They're 5-1. Coach Anthony Hayes up there. He and I go way back. I've had him on the show, here on the scoreboard show and sometimes, but they're pretty good. What are you gonna have to do What are you gonna have to do in Savannah?
Oh, they're real good. Coach Hayes does a good job with them. I talked to him yesterday, and I can't believe they talked him into being the athletic director too during football season. I was giving him a hard time about that, but they're tough. They number 22, the Chapel running back is good. He runs hard. Their quarterback does a lot of good stuff. When you start paying attention too much to him, they'll give it back to him. And so we just got to make sure that we are disciplined with our eyes and make sure that we all know our assignments. That's going to be the big thing. And that's every week, just making sure, and then just on offense, do what we do. We have a very, very good offensive line that punches holes through things. And then our running backs obviously are very, very good. Silas is extremely talented, but we have some other backs too that do a great job. Javon Kelly and Lane and Jack Marshall, those guys all do a really good job of blocking when they don't get the ball, and then they run tough when they get it. So, but we just got to play Chillicothe football, and we should be in good shape.
Very good. Well, once again, Coach, hey, welcome back to the show, and go out and get a win, on Friday night here in Week 7, and we'll get you on the Friday Night Lights live, the high school football scoreboard show. And again, Silas, congratulations, and thanks so much for being part of the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And I have one more question, Silas. I'm a mandated reporter. Do you wear your seatbelt?
I do.
All the time?
All the time.
All right. Very good. Hey, you guys have a great day. God bless, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You bet. Hey, welcome back to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, our LiUNA Labor's Local 663 Team of the Week sponsor, and we go to Marshfield High School, home of the Lady Jays softball program, and head coach James McInerney. And Coach, hey, thanks for setting this up. I know we had it set up for last week, but got called out. I got called out, not you. And but we appreciate you guys being ready here Monday morning.
Well, thank you for having us. And
Coach,
thank you for doing all the stuff you do for Missouri sports.
Hey, thank you. Couldn't do without you. Couldn't do without the coaches and the parents and the student athletes. Been kind of have fun here. But Coach, 23-10 on the season. You're getting ready to start districts. Tell us a little bit, kind of about the season for the Lady Jays.
This year we came in, last year we were 15-16. I graduated 16 years from the previous year. This is my third year. And I figured last year would be sort of kind of a rebuilding season, because of how much we lost. Then coming in to this year, I knew we would be good. I didn't expect it to be what we've done. I mean, the girls have worked hard and they made themselves very good softball players and made them an excellent team. And we right now are 23-10, like you said, and we've tied the most wins in program history as of right now. So we've done pretty well this year.
And Coach, at 23-10, you're going into the districts that, at this time of the year, everybody's worried about one thing. Are you healthy? Are you guys healthy going into districts?
Yes, we're getting that way. We're getting that way, yes.
Okay, now tell us a little bit about your districts. Where are you seated? Where's it at? And who's your opening round against?
We're seated second behind Camdenton. We're playing in Bolivar. And we open up Thursday with Hillcrest.
Very good. Coach, a lot of young ladies here as part of our LiUNA Labor's Local 663 Team of the Week, presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. And we'll start with Cameron Elliott, your senior, back in the back left corner as I'm looking. Cameron, how are you today?
I'm good.
Tell us first off what position you play and kind of what's your role on the team.
Okay, so I'm pretty much just like a utility player. I pitch and catch, which is not usual, but I kind of got thrown into that position, but I'm very happy to do it. And I also play third base.
All right. So what do you have a favorite position?
I really like catching. I mean, I just started this year, but I've really grown into like that leadership role of being really like active on the field. So I really enjoy doing that.
Yeah, and everything's in front of you, so you can see everything. And tell us a little bit about that. What was the biggest challenge of not catching and then going in and playing it for your first time?
I feel like since I have been pitching, it was a little easy to like know how the dynamics work, but also like the physical side of it, going up and down a lot. That was a little bit hard, but I'm still working with that. Just knowing what to do like on the field.
And coming into this season, and I do this every year, you look at schedules and you think of games you want to be at, and I'm trying to cover the entire state. But when you look at your schedule coming into your senior year, were there games you were looking particularly forward to? Maybe it's a rivalry, maybe you got friends on the other team.
Yeah, I was looking forward to playing Marion C. Early just because it's always been a good game every year, and I have friends on that team, so it's just always been a really good matchup.
Now you're a senior, so what if any plans do you have at this point for next year?
I actually plan on going to college for softball. I'm still working on like where I'm going to go, but I've been looking in Missouri, Oklahoma, Kansas. I still have another visit to go to here in a couple weeks, but excited for that.
Have you decided on maybe a particular area of study?
I'm thinking agriculture business. I feel like I can really do anything out of that, and it would just be a good start for me.
All right. Well, Cameron, I thank you so much for being here this morning. And why don't you introduce the young lady next to you?
All right. This is Gabby Austin. She's a sophomore. She's our center fielder.
Gabby, how are you?
I'm good.
All right. So how long have you been playing center field?
This year, I took over center field this year. Last year, I played left field, but we lost our senior that was. I took over it this year.
What were the challenges coming in? Obviously, you're just moving about 80 feet to your left, but what else about playing center field? What was a challenge coming in?
I think really stepping into that leadership role in the outfield was more of a challenge because you really have to take charge of kind of both sides and just communicating with left and right fielders. So
What do you do to kind of get prepared? Let's say you're playing Hillcrest today. Let's say this is district game day. What are you doing throughout the day to kind of get mentally and physically prepared? I mean, obviously, maybe drinking a lot of water, eating right, getting some rest. What are you doing to get prepared?
to get prepared, yeah, obviously I'm drinking lots of water. Trying to think. I usually like to listen to like kind of like high music to get myself in the mood, I guess, for the game. I don't know.
What are you listening to? What's on your iPod? What are you rocking out to?
Um,
It's okay. You don't have to answer that. I wouldn't know anyway. So about where you hit in the lineup, Gabby.
What do you?
sorry.
Where do you hit?
I'm right in the lineup. I hit 5 holes.
Okay. So what are you doing? During the game, as the game started, how are you kind of getting prepared for at bats? Are you watching the pitcher? What's going through your mind there?
I'm really just thinking about like my timing, where it's my plan for like what I want to do with the ball. Really, obviously trying to see like, and it's kind of a difficult spot to be in. If usually like we have 2 outs, trying to rally right then. So just my plan to get on base, get people in. So.
All right. Well, Gabby, thanks you so much for coming in this morning. And how about you introducing the young lady next to you?
This is Kenzie Ross. She's a junior.
Kenzie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. What position do you play, and what are your roles on the team?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm sorry. I think I broke up. And I'm getting some feedback here. But, what position do you play? You're a pitcher?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us what you do to kind of get prepared for a game.
Honestly, I just kind of get into like, kind of when you're on the pitcher mound, like pitching mound, you have to be like kind of in your own little zone. And it's kind of your thing. So I just kind of try to get like focused in on the game and as like prepared as I can be, just like mentally focusing in on what.
What are you thinking about? So you're in the circle, and it may depend on where the lineup is, what the score is, what inning is, but what's going through your mind there in the circle before you make each pitch?
Honestly, I'm just kind of trying to think through like what this next pitch needs to be, where it needs to be located, and I'm also just trying to like drown out any of like the background or just excess like confusions, I guess, or like distractions. And just trying to like zone in on the batter and the batter.
And about where do you hit in the lineup?
Normally I don't. Normally I'm the flex player.
Okay. No, that's okay. Were there games coming into this season that you were looking forward to?
I was looking forward to the Glendale game because it's always been a tight and close game, and it's just a fun game to play.
It was real close this time, 5-4 9 innings.
Yes.
Well, Kenzie, thank you for coming in this morning. And how about introducing the lady sitting next to you?
All right, this is Kendall Dolan. She's a freshman, and she's one of our other pitchers.
Kendall, how are you today?
Good.
How are you today, Kendall? And what again? You're a pitcher as well?
Yes, I pitch and play third base.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your preparation. What do you do to get ready for a game?
Me and my catcher, we usually work together on what pitches are not working and what we want to throw at the game.
And then how about playing first? What are you doing there to kind of get prepared?
Third.
Okay, I'm sorry. What are you doing there to get
I'm starting that this year, so that's kind of new for me. And so I'm still learning a lot of what I need to be doing at third. But it's very similar to first, and I've played that before. So
All right, very good. Were there games coming into this as you're coming into this season you were looking forward to?
um probably Rogersville because I know a lot of the girls on that team, and so I think that would be a fun game.
All right. Well, Kendall, hey, congratulations. Thank you for coming in this morning. Now, introduce, I guess it would be the young lady right in front of you on the front row.
This is Taryn Moan. She's a sophomore, and she's our second base.
Karen, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So tell us, at second base, what are your responsibilities on the team?
I really try to be a leader. I work with my shortstop a lot to communicate to the outfielders and just be a leader and step up on the infield, know where the ball's going and what plays need to be made at all times. So
And you've got a lot of responsibilities covering second, covering first, backing up pitchers. You've got to be on the move the entire time, don't you?
yes.
Well, and about where do you hit in the lineup?
I'm the second hole. I hit second in the lineup.
Okay. What are you thinking about? You're in the on-deck circle. The game, you haven't batted yet, so you're kind of watching that at bat in front of you. What are you thinking about? What are you trying to pick up on?
I really read the defense, like whether the third baseman or first baseman is really far back. Our first hole does a really good job about getting on base, so I try and capitalize on the fact and move her around so we can put her in scoring position. So that's really mostly what I think about. I try to have a plan at the plate every single time. Just capitalizing, moving runners.
What's your favorite thing about game day? What do you really look forward to on game day?
I love playing the game. I just love playing the game. So it's like being a game day, getting the thrill of getting to see a pitcher, getting to play the game, working hard.
All right, Karen. Well, thank you for coming in this morning and introduce the next young lady.
This is Chloe Bateman. She is a sophomore.
Chloe, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Tell us a little bit about what position you play and what your roles and responsibilities are.
So I play right field and catcher, and I feel like my role is just to be like positive and kind of keep everybody up and just, I don't know, be there for everyone, I guess.
Were there games coming into this season that you were looking particularly forward to?
Well, I always look forward to Rogersville because I know a lot of girls on the team, and it's always fun to beat a rival and play a rival. So,
how long have you been playing softball?
I started. Oh man, I think I started when I was like 5 or 6, and started playing t-ball. So I've been playing for a while.
Today's obviously a practice day. What's your favorite thing about going to practice? What do you really enjoy about being at practice?
I really love the fact like I get to like work hard and improve, and that's like one thing I've capitalized on this year is I like go extra and always do the extra thing, and practice this year and practices throughout the year have been like that. We're able to get a lot of work.
Are you looking forward to districts?
Yes, I am.
They'll be in Bolivar starting on the 12th, which is, I believe, Thursday. But anyway, Chloe, hey, congratulations and thanks for coming in today.
Yeah.
All right, you can introduce the lady next to you.
This is Sophie Hall, and she is our left fielder and freshman.
Sophie, how are you?
I'm good.
All right. Tell us a little bit about your roles and responsibilities on the team.
So whenever I get up to bat, I bunch a lot, and like we usually like have a lot of runners on, and we can usually move them into scoring position.
About where do you hit in the lineup?
7 hole.
Okay. What's your favorite thing about game day? What do you enjoy the most?
I just enjoy like getting questions from people like, where's the game? Like, and then like asking questions and like knowing that I get to go hang out with the team.
Bus rides, you enjoy that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, what do you do to kind of get prepared on a game day? If you were playing today, what would you be doing?
I usually listen to music too.
All right. Well, Gabby couldn't tell us what she was listening to, but you guys listen to the same thing, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to ask what, because I wouldn't know anyway. I mean, I didn't know who Taylor Swift was until she started hanging out at Chiefs games. So anyway, well, hey, Sophie, thanks for coming in this morning, and we've got our last victim here to your right. Introduce this young lady.
This is Madeline Beckner, and she's one of our catchers.
Madeline, how are you?
Good.
What grade are you, Madeline?
I'm a freshman.
You're a freshman. So how long have you been playing?
Probably like 5 years.
Okay. What's your favorite thing about softball? What do you enjoy the most?
I really like catching. It's really fun.
All right. How are you going to get prepared on Thursday for game day?
Probably just like focusing about like what I'm gonna do and not focusing about what people are talking about in the dugout.
All right. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. All right. Well, Madeline, thank you for coming in today. And again, on behalf of LiUNA Labor's Local 663, congratulations for being part of the team of the week. And Coach McInerney, what are you doing between now and the district game?
You cut out on that one.
What are your guys' plans now between now and the district game?
Well, we'll practice today. We're going to do some inter squad tomorrow, trying to keep those competitive juices flowing. And then we'll practice Wednesday, and then we'll head follow on Thursday.
All right. Well, very good. Well, Coach, I greatly appreciate you helping me set this up. And ladies, that wasn't too bad, was it? Does everybody survive? All right. Well, you guys have a great day. Good luck in districts, and go get a district championship. We can do it all again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You bet. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.